Welcome to another Cooking on the Block. I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Today we're going to make a delicious bread pudding. And you know, bread puddings, it's like a palette. You could throw in cranberries, you can use raisins, chocolate, anything you want to do. But today we're going to stay with the theme of Thanksgiving coming around, and we're going to use some yams. Okay, and I have some leftover yams that I cooked up. We had some roasted yams and I saved some, and I mushed them up. Got a nice puree out of it. Okay, and that's going to be the base for our sweet potato bread pudding with a praline caramel sauce, okay? Now you can easily switch out sweet potatoes. I know I said sweet potato pudding, but I'm using yams for this recipe, but it's interchangeable. So I have some really nice brioche bread that I cut up into cubes, and it's a really nice, little bit on the sweet side egg bread, okay? You can use French bread if you'd like. So let's get started with combining our ingredients. So I have my mashed up yams, and we're going to add 5 extra large eggs, because you know what that's going to do? That's going to make it light and souffle-like, because that's what you want. You want your bread to soak up all the beautiful custard that we're going to make to put into the yams, okay? All right, and we're just going to whisk that. Get it nice and light, and look at the beautiful color. Okay, now like I said, you could use the sweet potato, but you know the sweet potato has a lighter flesh inside, so you're not going to get that pretty color for Thanksgiving. And we're going to add brown sugar, and don't forget I have the recipe on the website, so I'll give you all the right amounts. We're going to put in a little bit of molasses, okay? That's going to give it a nice rich flavor. And we also have some 100% pure vanilla extract. And you know the drill, guys. Try to use the best ingredients because it really does make a difference. And you know, on the holidays you splurge anyway, right? Oh, one thing I forgot. You know, I have some bourbon here, right? And I'm just going to pour it over my bread. But you know what? I should have told you to do that before, but, you know, chefs can make mistakes. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we're going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Man, it sounds like, smells, and it's looking like Thanksgiving, right? Okay, now we're also going to add just about 2 cups of half and half. That's our custard. Okay? Isn't this amazingly easy? Okay, now what we're going to do, I have my casserole dish already behind me, and I have a bain-marie going here, and you know what that is. It's set in a water bath. Bain-marie is water bath in French. So we throw our bread cubes in our buttered casserole dish, and this is just about a 2-quart. You can use 1.5 quart to 2-quart casserole dish, okay? Then we're going to just pour our custard right over. Look at that, guys, huh? Isn't that beautiful? It's like pumpkin pie bread pudding to me. And you know, you could use pumpkin, acorn squash, you could get crazy. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to throw it in the oven now, and we're going to let it bake for 30 to 35 minutes. You want the middle to set. It will puff up and get nice and crusty brown on the top. And right before I put it in the oven, I'm going to sprinkle some more nutmeg on it, and when we come back I'll show you the delicious praline caramel sauce that's going to go with it. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, I started my praline sauce. So on the stove, I had a stick of butter with 1 cup of brown sugar. Okay, and I boiled it for 5 minutes. And now what I want to do is I'm going to add just about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And we're just going to stir that. And then now add our pecans. Okay? And that's it. I mean, how easy is this? Okay, let me show you what your sauce should look like. And it's just a nice loose sauce. And I'm just going to cook that for like another 5 minutes. And now we just have to wait for our bread pudding to be done. And I'll show you how we serve this up. And we'll be ready to enjoy it. This looks amazing. You know what? The smell is more amazing than how it looks. It is screaming Thanksgiving. It is so, oh. Now look, I baked it. Now I like my bread pudding a little on the loose side, almost like custardy, okay? And I believe that's what we have here. Okay, now let me just set this to the side. Now that took exactly 35 minutes, okay? Now you can readily bake this the day before, and if you wanted to serve it warm, you know, refrigerate it, and then the next day cut it, and you could just microwave it for just a little bit. Now, we're going to drizzle praline sauce over it. You know, there's a lot of insults to injury here, because now we're going to hit it with some loosely freshed whipped cream. Whoa, baby, look at that. All right, now, since I made it, I get to taste it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, here we go, guys. Out of this world. You have got to try this. It is so easy to make. I will have the recipe on the website, and I urge you to please make it. You could make it for your Thanksgiving table. People will love it. So my friends, that was another Cooking on the Block, and I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Bon appetit.